Christian, OIC says don't mind him, he's not a serious Christian. If he tells you that he's a Muslim, don't mind him, he's not a serious Muslim. According to OIC, the real religion of the Yoruba man is traditional worship. Therefore, OIC proposed that for the Southwest, it will start an Islamic movement that looks like Christianity. This Islamic movement will meet on Sunday when the Christians are meeting. It will conduct weddings like Christians. It will do programs like Christians. Whatever is done in the church, this Islamic movement will replicate it in the mosque, so that in the process of time, there will be no difference between Christianity and Islam in the Southwest. And the average Muslim in the Southwest will see no difference between both, and there will be no need for him to convert out of Islam. This movement has started, and we are seeing the like of it. It is called NASFAT. In the South-South, OIC said that radical youths should be given scholarship to study in Arab nations, and they should be converted. According to the information reaching us, their first experiment worked beautifully, and they have proceeded to take many more young men from the Niger Delta who are now undergoing scholarship and studying free of charge in Islamic nations in the Middle East and in Asia. It is those young men who will return to the Niger Delta as the foot soldiers for Islam. A document was received in 3rd August 1989 from the Arab African International Bank, AAIB, with a letter that says, "We confirm that the sum of US $21 billion was transferred through us, AAIB, by 3 Swiss banks as the federal government of Nigeria's special donation to the Islamic Development Fund of the OIC for the total Islamization of Nigeria in particular and Africa in general." According to documents at our disposal, OIC issued some instructions to the military president Ibrahim Babangida in February of 1990. It is due to the grace of God and divine intervention that these instructions have not been executed. But let no one be in any doubt, these instructions have not been voided. Sooner or later, Islam is going to try to implement them, because OIC is bent on turning Nigeria into an Islamic state. Salient points in the document are as follows. The President of Nigeria was instructed to place total ban thereafter on all form of worship by Christians, Ahmadiyas, and other tribal religions. Number 4 of the instructions: impose Sharia law on Nigeria, Islamize all universities, colleges, and schools and courts of law in the Federal Islamic Sultanate of Nigeria. It should be noted that as far back as 1990, the name of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was changed to Federal Islamic Sultanate of Nigeria. Again, it is by a stroke of divine intervention that it has not been implemented. It is our hope that the Nigerian Church will not exercise the same carelessness that it demonstrated in 1988. In 1988, the Christian Council of South Africa addressed letters to the elders in charge of the churches and Christian missions in Nigeria. The letter warned of the imminent plan to disrupt Nigeria, that there was a proposed plot by northern Muslims and their Arab OIC supporters to destroy churches, carry out mass murder of Christians in Nigeria with more intensity in the northern states of Nigeria. This letter was sent to the leaders of the church in 1988. Nothing was done by the church. And today, we are seeing it come to pass that there is mass murder of Christians in Nigeria. Churches are being destroyed in Nigeria with more intensity in the northern parts of this nation. It is our hope that this warning that is coming as a wake-up call to the church will not be ignored again by the leaders of the church. We have come to the point in which every Christian in Nigeria must resolve, I will not be the last Christian in Nigeria. We have come to the point in which every resolve, my parents handed Christianity over to me, I will hand over Christianity to my children. Because right now, the most dangerous nation for anyone to be called a Christian in the world is Nigeria. According to World Watch List 2013, produced by the global Christian organization Open Doors, I quote, between November 2011 and October 2012, we recorded 1,201 killings of Christians worldwide, which gives an average of 100 killings a month, of which 791 happened in Nigeria. 66% of Christians killed worldwide in 2012 and in 2013 are Nigerians. Globally, 50 nations are known to be persecuting Christians. The most dangerous of all the 50 nations is Nigeria. Nigeria alone carries 66% of the persecution, while the remaining 49 nations share the remaining 34%. This implies that persecution of Christians is worse in Nigeria than what goes on in Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Libya, Egypt, all of them combined. Nigeria